Almost every single car guy and gal I know struggles with one thing when they're building project cars, and that is scope creep. Now, if you don't know what scope creep is, it means you start out with a simple vision on what you're going to do on the car. You get it home and you're going to bang it out and you're going to be driving it. And then while I'm there, I might as well. While I'm there, I might as well do this. While I'm there, I might as well do that. And the next thing you know, we have every piece unbolted from the car and it's scattered all over the shop and the motors on the bench all apart. And we just creeped ourselves into a real big mess. So my word to you today is don't be a creep. That's our subject in today's Talk About It Tuesday. Stick around. I'm Mike. You're watching My Car Shop. It's really easy to let that scope creep happen. I'm fighting that every day on the Fundestruck 39 Dodge pickup project. I haven't fought it on this car because I'm doing this car to more the level of our 69 Charger project where it's going to be, primo. But this is probably the last car that I'm going to do a shiny paint job on. So I'm not really holding back a whole lot on that part. But on Fundestruck, it's supposed to be a slam bam, get her done so we can be driving, she can be driving her truck. And I find myself, like when I painted the top of the grill here, wanting to go ahead and fix, there's a dent up there and I want to fix this and you know what? Yeah, I could have thrown a coat of polyester primer on there and blocked it out and made it look a lot better. But that's not the point of the project. But that's exactly what scope creep is. The scope of the project just keeps creeping into oblivion and you never get the project done. I think the best way to handle that scope creep is stop talking yourself into stuff and stay focused on the priority of the project. Around here, it's always about make it safe, make it done, and have fun. And we do that to various levels on every project. If you've been around the channel for any length of time, you know that we have beautiful cars. The 69 Charger is gorgeous. We have the 47 Fat Fender Ford, Pat Fanning, gorgeous car. I spent more hours than I even want to tell you doing the paint job on that car. Some of that paint work is actually here on the channel. If you go over and look at the Fat Fanny playlist, painting the front fenders on that car, all that work is here. But the hard work was done before I was actually filming this channel, doing the rest of the car. But the point is, we can do all kinds of levels of work. And on the Fat Fanny Ford, that was my intention, was to make that a premium, show quality, straight as an arrow, um, 80s style street rod. Every project has a different scope of work. I would encourage you, write it down what you're looking for. Write down what the scope of the project is. I'm really good at keeping track of that in my head, even though I have 13 projects. But as I said, I have to constantly talk myself down because if I started doing show quality paint work on Fundestruck, that truck's going to be here 8 years from now and it's still not going to be driving it. And at that point, I'll be pushing 70 years old. I want my girl driving this truck as soon as possible. And she's going to use it as a work truck. She's going to use it as her daily driver. So we really don't care to make it perfect. We just want to make it done so she can have fun. There's nothing wrong with a long-term project. We've been working on the Stitches Challenger since 2019. We got serious about it in late 2020. So there was a year of just piddling around. But we've been basically 5 years on that project. It's one of the reasons I set it aside. I know that I've probably got 500 to 700 hours of body work to do on this once I get this a little further along to make this thing as flat and as straight as an arrow so that it looks like a mirror and it reflects stuff a quarter mile from down the road. That kind of a paint job, because it's going to be black. Now, everybody says, ooh, black requires extra special body work. Not honestly, no. Does that black show every flaw? Yeah, but so does red. So, I'm not of that school. I think no matter what color you're going to paint something, you want your body work to be good if you're going to do a show quality job. But the point is, this is intended to be more of a show quality paint job car like the Charger and not a rat rod like Fundestruck. So knowing the scope of the project. Now, that doesn't mean we haven't compromised in a lot of areas that don't matter, like all the floor pans. We made everything, pretty much. So yeah, that's it. But as far as the external appearance of the car, we're going to do that right, and you're going to see that work here eventually. right? The Forsyth Duster is a preservation project, much like the Oakland. Make it safe, make it done, put it back together again, preserve it for what it is rather than restoring it. Um, each project, as we go around, we're building the Pro Mad Golden Mullet, the tongue-in-cheek tribute to the Silver Bullet, that 67 Plymouth Belvedere post car that we have out there that's going to have the 426 supercharged motor in it. Um, every car has a different purpose. And I look at scoops all the time and I think, oh man, I should, the paint is peeling on that. And there's just stuff that should be done to that car. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to end up creating myself another project on a car that there's absolutely nothing wrong with. It just could be driven and be enjoyed. Like I do want to reupholster the front seat because that's getting torn worse and worse all the time because it's the original upholstery. But little things like that, it needs wiper bushings, which I purchased, needs a fuel line. That's the scope of that project, is keep it on the road. If it doesn't look perfect, who cares? I'm telling you, when I drive that car, people are giving me the thumbs up and they love it. And, no, it's not the same as driving the 47 Ford. When I drive that thing, people will pull over and stop. And in parking lots, they want to come over and talk to me. And, it's a different thing. But each project has a different purpose. So I'd like you to think about the project cars that you're working on, or even the cars that you have that are drivers, and think about what's the purpose. Our Wanda, our 88 Dodge pickup that we built for hauling firewood and stuff like that. My wife was going to be driving that, but she decided she wants this worse. Partly because this is going to get 20 miles to the gallon and that gets about 8. But the reality is that's become my daily, but I also haul firewood. So do we care that it's painted with a roller with Rust-Oleum? Absolutely not, because it's a work truck. That's the focus of the project. That's the scope of what that project is. We're not going to do show quality bodywork on that truck because it gets used. I caught the bumper last year on a tree stump and twisted it all up, took a pipe wrench and bent it back, and you know what? Good enough, because that's the scope of the project. That's the scope of what that vehicle is about. So with your projects, I would encourage you, think about the end goal. What are you after? Are you after a Riddler car that can be taken to Autorama and shown? Or are you after something that you can jump in, even on a crappy day, and drive around and beat down a gravel road, and you just don't care because that's what you built it for, or a daily driver, or somewhere in between all of that? Think about that right out of the gate with your project, and don't allow scope creep to happen to you, because you can take something that would have been fun and turn it into something you end up dreading, and then you shut the shop doors and you don't even want to turn the lights on anymore. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Drop your comments down there. Talk to me about the scope creep that's happened to you on some of the projects that you've done or you're currently doing. And as always, you guys and gals always share the projects you're working on with me. Shoot me some emails with pictures of stuff. I love seeing the stuff you're working on. If you want, you can go over to our Facebook page. Just look for My Car Shop over on Facebook, and drop your stuff over there so we can see it. I love seeing the stuff you guys are doing. So that'll do it for this one. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, because it is, I think, the most important thing here at My Car Shop. Wow.